So, our new anime begins with the demon Lord Varvatos. He was so overpowered even his own friends didn't saw him as a human anymore, so he wanted to experience defeat for once. But it can never happen since he doesn't have any enemy left to kill. Demon Lord had everything: power, money, reputation, but what he lacked was friends, and the only friend he had also died an unforeseen death, so he chose to reincarnate and got reborn in a common household as Ard Meteor. He got a second chance in life to have normal life, but still, he was blessed with the same power he had in his previous life, but this time, he wanted to make a lot of friends to become a social butterfly. But other kids think Ard is weird and they always keeps their distance, so Ard was thinking of a way to approach those kids to befriend them. But their Weiss comes to him seeing Ard lost in his own world. Weiss was their family friend, so Ard told him his problem that he's not been able to socialize with other kids of his age. So Weiss told Ard to approach them with kindness and respect. Ard thought Weiss is right. He tried again to make friends applying his advice. But his pickup lines were too cheesy that everyone gets creeped out from him, so Ard was thinking once again what he should do. But in the forest he saw a girl was also venting out her anger on a wolf. Her name was Irina and Ard wanted to be friends with her as well. But he goes once again and talk with her with those cheesy lines. It wasn't working at all, so Ard gives a direct approach, but Irina runs away in tears. Because Ard doesn't know with whom he's trying to become friends. But that girl turned out to be Weiss's daughter, so Ard thought it was fate that he met with Irina, and from then on, he started to follow around Irina to befriend her. But one day she got sick of Ard and runs down deeper into the woods, so Ard returns back home to find a way to become friends with her. But then the village was attacked by a horde of monsters and Irina was still in the forest, so Ard instantly flies over to her location and saw she was surrounded by those goblins. So Ard comes in between them and kicks off all those monsters. He once again tried to make her a friend, but Irina tells Ard that she wants to die rather than been friends because every friend of her had always betrayed her, so Ard promised he would never do that and Irina accepted his promise and becomes his friend. With that, a few years were passed like that, and Ard was still dreaming how cute his friend Irina is, but the girl was right beside him in his bed after hearing this. Ard got embarrassed, but Irina then tells Ard to enroll in the magic academy with her. Ard goes along with her and meets the principal. He was happy to see the Ard and Irina. Principal didn't let them take practical exam, and jumps right to the written portion, and in the exam, Irina nailed the exam with nice scores, but Ard, he passed the exam but with 0 score. So their principal comes out and told everyone that Ard's answer were so perplexed and precise that even teachers were astonished and didn't know how much score they should give. So they gave him 0 and passed him in the exam. And top of that he told everyone that Ard was the child of heroes who saved their kingdom from an evil god back in the past. So the other students were fawning over Ard and Irina, but there they saw that a noble was bullying a girl named Ginny, so Irina stood up to him to save that poor succubus. But he was a famous noble named Ireldo, was considered a prodigy among youngsters, but Ard doesn't give a crap about that. There, the teacher showed up, but she was Olivia, one of the general of Demon Lord Varvatos from back when he was the ruler of this land, so Ard wanted to hide his identity from her. There Olivia gives Ard and Ireldo her permission to do their fight outside, and with her permission they began their duel and Ireldo was firing quite a non-stop spells at Ard. But Ard was surprised that others were making such a big fuss seeing this level of power and getting surprised, so not to disrespect the power. Ard showed them what real power feels like and completely shattered that guy with a single flame spell, but Olivia saw that Ard casted a double spell to save Ireldo from getting hurt. Olivia was curious because double cast is a lost technique in this era, so she swore that she would find out about Ard's real identity, but for now she leaves him be. Then the class started and Olivia assigned them to gather the fur of Black Wolf. No one wanted to pair up with Ginny, so Irina and Ard became her teammates. But she was quite bad with the magic and thinks she's useless. Ard instantly knew she was bullied to the point that she thinks so little of herself. So he showed her a spell which takes 0 mana to cast, and Ginny instantly picked up that spell and got fond of Ard, but that made Irina jealous that Ginny was clinging to Ard like that. But suddenly ground below them got opened that threw them right to the boss floor. Ginny was really scared to fight. So Ard teaches her to fight in real combats to encourage her to pull her back from her trauma. Ginny understands Ard's word and beats up the monster with the new spell she learned. So they brought their hunt to the surface and Ireldo was still harassing her, so this time she didn't look away and showed the guys his real place. Now, after that, annual battle of the academy was coming and principal wanted Ard to participate in this match, but Ard declines right away. Because principal wanted to increase the budget to the academy by showcasing Ard's power to the royal family, so Olivia tried to convince Ard as well. So looking at her, Ard takes some time to think before answering. Then out in the hallway, Ginny comes to him and asked him for a date. Ard wanted to decline, but it got a bit hard telling no to her cute face, so in the end Ard agreed for this date. There Irina heard it and wanted to join this date as well. And shockingly, Ginny was happy to have her because she wants Ard to have his own big harem. Irina was pure that she didn't know what harem was. So Ginny tells her, and Irina told a big no to Ard to ever get that many girls. Then they met each other in front of a theater for their date and saw the life story of the demon Lord Varvatos. Then after completing it, Ginny wanted to go to a restaurant, but the way she was leading seemed to be a red light area, but there they saw a group of shady guys in hoodie. So they ends up following them. They were trying to create a big ruckus with a magic circle, but then they were caught by them. Ard knew it was their plan to target them by being shady to lead them here, so Ard wanted to know about their real plan, but one of the survivor turns into a devil and flies off. But Ard follows him by flying, but the demon just took a little girl as a hostage, but before he knew it, Ard had already saved the girl, and ultimately defeated demon. Ard becomes a hero of the people and was called out by the Queen Rosa. She was beautiful, and Irina seemed to know her, but others thinks that Irina disrespected the queen by a casual greetings. So Rosa stops them from uttering a word and announced that Irina is her dear friend. She called them to reward the three for defeating those demons. And the reward was that Ard could have children with her. Irina didn't like Rosa was trying to snatch away Ard like that. So Rosa stopped teasing them and awards Ard and Irina by promoting them to the Pentagon status, and as for Ginny, she was promoted to square class. And after that, back in the academy, a girl proposed to Ard and he quietly declined her, but the girl wanted to get her paws on Ard anyhow. But the coldness she felt from Irina scared her and she runs away from there. She was upset, and Ard didn't understood why, but at night, even Ginny comes to his room with sexy nightwear on. Ard was keeping himself calm and Ginny told him that she wanted to have Ard's first time rather than some random girl taking it away. She unknowingly activated her power and Ard was paralyzed. But Irina crashed in and saw the 18+ situation and got angry at Ard once again, so Ginny asked Irina for the reason for coming at night at Ard's room. So Irina tells her she wanted to just apologize for being angry at Ard for no reason. But Ginny noticed that Irina was dressed up for something and Irina gets embarrassed and challenges Ginny for a duel. But before the cat fight gets serious, Ard got angry and told to Irina and Ginny to make up. Ginny and Irina were about to make up, but Jessica jumps into that situation and told them to settle their fight in the school competition. It would make Ard the instructor at the academy since Ard personally taught magic to Irina and Ginny. So Jessica drops in a little info that instructors gets to wear fancy dresses, and hearing this, girls strongly agreed to participate without a hitch, and with that, the school competition begins and Ard and Irina's parents were the main commentator. Then, Irina and Ginny were winning their match one by one and both girls made it to the finals. But between their fight the demons attacks the arena and the town, so Jessica sends Ard and Olivia to town while she chose to go get Irina and Ginny. There Irina goes to help Ginny, but a crystal golem comes out, so Weiss tries to save the girls but Jessica stabbed him from his back. Turns out she was the mastermind behind this attack and her main target was Irina. She willfully becomes her hostage to save Ginny from Jessica. And Ginny saw Irina was taken away right in front of her eyes. So what will be the fate of Irina? Find out in the next part. But till then, subscribe the channel to get the latest updates on our next video. Till then, take care.